Hey guys, Dean Graziosi. Welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. I'm here with my good friend Phil Tirone.
Good to be here.
Great to have you here. This is a tradition now. This is 3 years in a row that I had Phil here. Phil is a credit repair expert. Started as a mortgage broker. Then you found out that if you got your credit score up a few points, you'd save $500 a month on your own mortgage.
Right.
And I know, I mean, you could say it better than I do, but I know you got obsessed on the craziness of how they rate credit scores.
It's just unfair, I'm a guy. I'm addicted to helping the little guy, right? And really, because I was one, or I am, and I just, that's why I'm so passionate about training people on credit. Because when you understand these simple rules, the game's easier, and you might as well play the game.
Right. If you're going to play the game, at least know the rules. And most people don't.
Yeah.
Most people watching don't. So you went ahead and wrote a book, got on national TV, did all those great things about credit score, and then created a program that educates people on how to take care of their own credit score, how to fix it, and how to maintain a better credit score for life. And I think you kind of reveal so many of the secrets that people don't want you to know. I mean, I see there's companies on TV that say, hey, send us $2,000 and we'll fix your credit score. That's not you. You teach people how to do it. And the reason, and let me just jump here, the reason that I have Phil back is because this is his 3rd year. He's going to do a webinar for you guys. You can click below. There's different multiple options of days and times just this week. You're doing it this week. But I have Phil back because my students love you, bro.
Thanks.
I mean, literally, if you guys know you watch this Weekly Wisdom every week, I never bring anybody else on. I don't endorse other programs. I just don't, because I don't trust a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff out there, but I don't know it.
Thanks.
But I know you personally. Our families know each other, and I've seen what you've done for our students. So if you don't know who Phil is, this is him. He's the credit guy, and he wants to help you get your credit score up. That's why he's doing that webinar. So let's just talk a little bit on what makes credit so important maybe right now in history?
Right. Well, what we're seeing right now is that it's easier to get a credit score up now than it ever has been. And I wish I understood the rules on why that's the case. All I know is the results I'm seeing from my clients are we're getting a quicker bounce than we ever have before. I think it's because everyone's credit score has gone down so much. When you do simple things, it's
from
easy to pop.
From foreclosures and short sales and all that.
I mean, everyone's has them. So that's why we're just seeing people who've gone from short sale foreclosure to a super high 785 credit score or whatever with no debt because they're doing simple things. And I want to point out, credit score, when people talk about getting their credit score up, it's always like a drain. Oh man, I don't want to work on it. This is easy. It's literally easy. And it starts with a webinar that's going to be entertaining. And I've done it because I understand that no one likes to talk about credit scoring.
Yeah, like no one dentist.
Exactly.
No one wants to get a cavity filled. No one wants to fix their credit score.
Well, imagine if you can go to a dentist where you are going to be getting operated on, or you're going to go to your dentist and it was going to be by your favorite singer or your favorite movie star. Like, it wouldn't be that bad. That's the way I've created it. It's where it's easy. And that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, too, is credit is so important right now, I believe, in this time in history, because interest rates, I mean, we've never seen it in our lifetime this low.
Never.
Now is the time to refi your house. Now is the time to buy and hold and get a bank to give you money so you could take that money and go buy another one.
Absolutely.
Now is the time, like you were saying, so many of your students have good credit. They get enrolled in your program because they want to teach their buyers to have better credit.
Well, that's the thing. I've had many people call me up on our live question answer session where I actually answer people's questions live on their credit questions. And they say, I'm one of Dean's students. I had great credit, but I'm helping my buyers improve their credit so they can buy. And imagine the addiction that these buyers get. When someone comes to them, they can't buy a house, they think. They do one thing, 2 things, 30, 60 days later, their credit score is high enough where that person who's couldn't buy a home is now buying.
Right, and can buy multiple homes. Well, like what we teach you as being a wholesaler. A couple months ago, I did it here on a Weekly Wisdom, but we teach in our program how to find banks that'll refi, do a cash out refi, right? So we tell you, if you're a wholesaler and you're not going to buy and hold yourself, you need to teach your buyers how to find those banks, right? So we arm our wholesalers with how to find a bank so they could get a buyer, gives them cash, go, hey, bank XYZ can refi. Because what happens if they refi?
Right.
They come back and buy another property from you. So this is just another level of that. If your credit's good, you need to know how to fix other people's credit so you can make your buyers addictive buyers, right? So they buy, refi, buy again. I think, credit is one of those things that seems like a pain. You've helped so many of our students, which I think is amazing. Yeah. And it's the reason I brought you back 3 years in a row. So, if you have any desire to raise your credit score, if this is the first time meeting Phil, like I said, he's a friend with an amazing program that gives you the wisdom to fix this yourself, then register for his free webinar and check it out. It's changed the lives of so many of my students. What are some of the things... I think credit score seems like a mystery. Like, I know you did that hidden camera pen thing. You went into a bank and said, tell me how to raise my credit score, and it was like a catastrophe. They couldn't give you one answer.
No, it was horrible.
I mean, it was horrible. I remember watching those little videos. You got to watch, pens might have cameras in them. What's one thing that you see that somebody watching right now, or a percentage of people watching right now, their credit score is getting dinged and held down, and they have no idea.
They don't even realize it. So this is for people, you can have perfect credit, like not one late payment. But according to a Federal Reserve Board study, 46% of you credit scores being hurt because you have the wrong credit cards. 46%. Okay, think about this. This is like 46% of you having a flu, a virus, you don't even know you're sick, but you are, and you're going to your bank saying, how come I don't have perfect credit? I don't have any late payments. It's because you have the wrong credit cards. Because according to a Federal Reserve Board study, credit card companies 46% of them do not report the proper credit information to the bureaus.
Right.
So if you don't have the right information, the bureaus can't give you the right score. I mean, it's just, it's a shame.
So literally almost half the cards, if you have 4 credit cards, 2 might be helping your score, 2 might be hurting your
Exactly,
score.
and that's the thing.
And if you know it, you could either get rid of the 2 wrong ones or fix them, right?
Right, and this is why you can get a 100-point credit jump in 30 days. This is why you can move. Credit scoring doesn't have to take years and years and years. I mean, I had a guy last month for Christmas called me and said, I declared bankruptcy 2 years and 2 days after the bankruptcy. I bought a home with 5% down at 3.25% interest rate. After a bankruptcy, that bankruptcy is going to be on his credit report for 10 years. And he bought a home.
Because he was able to raise the score.
Because he rebuilt it. He knew what to do. And that's what we teach on the free webinar. At least listen to the webinar, because on the webinar, you're going to see that this is easy stuff.
Right.
And it's a shame that the government's not involved to clean it up. That's what should happen. Right. But that's unfortunately, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. And as always, Phil does something really special for our students. A fraction of what other people pay to get his program. Phil does something really special for our DG family members. But the webinar is absolutely free. And if you decide you want to enroll, you get the opportunity to get something at an insane discount. And I appreciate you doing that.
Absolutely.
It's a service, again, you don't see me offering or bringing people on. Phil's a friend, and it's made such a difference for our students. Because, I mean, literally, refinancing your own personal mortgage with a better credit score could save you hundreds
of dollars.
And all the other things that go with a good credit score. So I appreciate you coming in, doing this again, and doing this for our students. And thanks for last week's blog. There was so many really touching posts. Like I said, I read every single post that's under my videos. I got to meet a lot of great people down here in Arizona last week. I popped into a live event to say hi to you. Great shaking your hands and meeting a lot of you. And I'll be in Vegas soon for an event, meeting a lot of you again. So this is going to be a really busy month, but this is the year you got to do it. 2013, like I always say, it's going to be that year you look back on in 10 years and you're either going to say, thank God I got in real estate that year, or I can't believe I missed that year. So get your credit, get engaged, take action, and let's start doing this. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks, Phil.
Okay.